4 hours on the bike. Sounds epic, right? But is it really? In today's video, I'm gonna be talking you through the realities of 4-hour rides as someone who's been doing them for a while. Most of the guys I ride with train between 12 and 20 plus hours a week. So 4-hour rides are not exactly this epic grand adventure every single time. They're just what we call Saturday. So if you're serious about your cycling performance, particularly the endurance side of things, then I would say that 4-hour rides are something you got to come to terms with doing pretty regularly. They really become a staple in training rather than these like glamorized rides that you see on social media, which are super popular right now, like that Strava fridge door trend. Also, I'm filming this whole video on the Osmo 360. So bear with me as I figure out like the audio and video settings. I've already had to refilm the intro once. This is the day after the actual ride. So working through things. Starting the day off with a coffee ride with my old friend, Drew.
Camera, that's why.
Look at you, man. I've got a cool purple bike and all in black kit.
See, I don't know how this will look, but apparently it's filming everywhere.
When are you going to enter a barista competition with like these explainers?
I never want to do that stuff.
It's going to be so high pressure.
Yes and no, like.
I better actually do some work. Thank you for the ride.
Yeah, go do your job.
Hopefully it's not a decade before we ride together again.
No, so I get an RDO every month.
It's been so many years since I've ridden with Drew.
Look at this guy, making videos.
Today's another video day.
Every day's a video day.
Like, that was an awesome catch up. Drew, we need to do that more often. Okay, so hour 2 and we are along the coast road. And this is where nutrition really starts to matter, because what I eat now will make a huge difference on how I feel in the 3rd and 4th hour of this ride. Nutrition is pretty trendy these days, and everyone loves showing off the latest gel flavors that they're rocking, which makes it really easy to like overcomplicate things. And the reality is any combination of sugar water will do. Whatever muesli bar and lollies that you deprive yourself through the week, this is your time to let loose and just go wild. I'm optimizing for is finding stuff that fuels the work and that works with my body. Like if you're checking those 2 boxes, everything else is up to you. You definitely don't need to spend 50 bucks on nutrition for a training ride, unless you want to. But in this economy, I'm certainly not doing that. Hour 3 and the hills have begun. This is where things start to sting and get really uncomfortable, and I start to think, why am I even doing this? Why didn't you turn around earlier, Chris? Why did you go this way and have to come up all these hills to get home?
A quick little side quest to show you Gary Road, which is the main road that goes down to Gary Beach in the Royal National Park. It has finally reopened after it's been closed since 2022. There was massive rainfalls back then, which caused a landslide, so they've been fixing it ever since. The section of road you see here with the guardrails on either side is the new section that they've fixed. I used to ride this hill all the time for 10-minute hill efforts, and I've honestly missed it.
I can't believe that it was closed for years, and there's only like a 100, 200 meter stretch that's like actually changed.
I think it only cost like 17 million bucks for that one bit.
What?
It's nice and smooth.
It is, it's a nice section, I gotta admit, yeah, as well.
Building durability definitely gets less glamorous when you're training for something big. It more becomes about doing these long 4-hour plus rides, week in, week out, putting in the work, testing nutrition, and building yourself a chassis that's not going to break down on race day. Another long ride that's usually 4 hours plus that I see that a lot of the elite guys doing is like a form finder ride, where, you guessed it, It's used to find form. And it's usually real long and usually has a bunch of intensity thrown in. And its purpose is to, number one, to overload the body even more, provide even more stimulus, because a lot of the elite guys are already kind of maxing out the weekly volume and they need like a massive day, 6 hours plus, to really push the limits on the training plan that us regular folk can usually find pretty easily. And then also to test nutrition and see how the body's going to hold up on fatigued legs, which will hopefully give them an indication of how it's going to go on a race day. It's probably time to bring this back down to earth and talk about us regular folk again. The long ride, in my experience, has not been some magical fitness bullet. However, it has been wildly useful for me when it aligns with my goals. So if you're new here or new to endurance sports, just know that one long ride won't change your fitness too much if you're inconsistent the rest of the week. Like if you've only got like 6 hours to train every week, you're probably better off doing 3 rides through the week. Probably some structure wouldn't hurt, rather than doing one monster ride on the weekend.
Something I don't hear a lot of people talk about online is that long rides come with a cost. Like, I'll be tired tonight, and probably tomorrow too, but that doesn't give me an excuse to be a cranky pants in front of others, which has never done me any favors in the past. The real balancing act is fitting hours and hours of riding week after week into life, with work, family, social stuff, being tired, and making these videos. 4 hours on the bike means 4 hours that I'm not doing something else. So if I'm riding my bike, it's because I want to be. And I just want you to be aware of that trade too.